I always have thought, why do people do these daffy things that they're doing, or even the reasonable things that they do? And how can I do things, depending on what my goal is, where I can operate within, the jungle as it is? And I need to do some measurement. How am I going to make my thing more useful? How am I going to meet demand and let demand come to me? Unfortunately, you just can't ask. You can't just survey people and say, what's the most effective way for me to get to you? They don't know, they couldn't tell you, and they probably wouldn't. But there are ways to find these things out, and that's what the skill, the art, the science of measurement is. To squat in the woods, so to speak, observe how everybody operates. And I can just say, well, it's of course about data. Now I've frightened you. If you hadn't had the coffee, you're down. Well, measurement, okay, well maybe you're a little less frightened. The point is to get to the truth. And the whole measurement thing, and really what I want this class to do, is to help someone think in these terms. What have I done, really? What have they perceived, really? What is the impact that's going to come out of that, and does that help me? If it's measurable just in terms of how people act, think, etc., it's also measurable in terms of ROI. I'm going to spend $1, where's it going to go? I want control. And that's what this is about. It's actually going to be very practical. We're going to talk English the whole time, but we're going to understand some very sophisticated statistical terms. It's about evaluation of our actions. Businesses don't want to evaluate themselves a lot of times because, well, geez, what if it looks like I made a mistake? First thing I want you to do is to drop the fear. So we're going to soften that and understand what it is that we're really doing. And data is not a scary thing. It's very intuitive. Beyond that, we're going to find why we need for these to be the truth and what are we going to do with the truth and overcome the fear of getting bad news. That's good news. When you're doing something wrong, now you see a way to improve. So now I've got the mechanics of finding out what my problems are, finding out why I'm doing so many things wrong, how to fix those things, and what the real difference is going to be. You understand the milieu that all this operates in. Once you know this, it's a big deal. There's so much error out there, you reduce 10% of that error, you may triple your income. Anybody that really wants to truthfully evaluate what the markets are like that they're in and evaluate what their contribution to that is and ask those questions, that's gutsy people. This is a good place to be.